Talking about this young guy's name has came up several times. This Killian Hayes rookie card. The first person in the comment can tell me where this guy played at before he came over here to the U.S. to get drafted. If you can tell me the team that he played for overseas in the comments, you get this card. The first person. Come on, C-Snoop. Come on, C-Snoop. Come on, Marco. Yeah, baby. Okay. We're going to do something back-to-back. We're going to give another one back-to-back. We got Isaiah Stewart rookie card. I got the question ready for you.
Beef stew.
Listen, Isaiah Stewart rookie card, man. We're not going to give away no trash here. We're going to give y'all away some stuff that you know that's going to be worth something. So, first person in the comments, right? If you can tell me what Isaiah Stewart's star rank coming out of high school, first person in the comment, you got this card. Isaiah Stewart.
Teal gang, all right. That's me all day long. Listen, I usually don't do current jerseys, right? But if when they come back with these, and that K Cunningham, you know, we got to get that right. But that man, listen,
that's it.
Listen,
that's it.
Listen,
I'll be back.
Listen,
that's it.
Listen, I need the Teal back, please. We Teal ganged out over here. I mean, you got the real like pony hair on there. Oh, look at King, y'all. Look at King. He had to go get his time off too, you know. But yeah, man. Listen,
you know, I had to, we had to bring these out.
You know. You know.
And we live.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? Hey, nothing much. Another weekend going on. Week 3 Kings here for you, fellas. Let's get it. Let's go. We got this weekend in sports that we're going to discuss. Also want to give a shout out to our sponsor early on, Culture Detroit. Like I said, they are our official sponsor for Week 3 Kings. They are located, like I said, in the Fashion Avenue, located in not downtown, but on Livernois. What you go in there for your sneaker needs. If you want to buy, sell, trade, you want to go in and make a good purchase on some exclusive gear, some exclusive shoes, go check them out. Tell them We 3 Kings sent you, and they'll hook you up pretty well. Big A, what's going on, man?
Man, good week, man. You know, heading to the weekend. You know, it was a good week of sports, man. And like you say, man, go check out Culture Detroit for whatever sneaker needs you have. You know, they have the clothing line from Supreme to Bait to Essentials to Off White. I mean, whatever you need, they got it. You know, so yeah, most definitely go check out our official sponsor, Culture Detroit. You know, you can follow them on Instagram. They have one of the biggest shoe groups on Facebook. You can also follow them there, and they'll get you together.
That's what's up. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, of course, this is Week 3 Kings, but we absent one for right now. King, he may jump in a little bit later on. He has some things he had to take care of, but we still gonna keep the party rolling. First things first, as you can see, we got the Lions hat on. We're gonna jump right into that. Lions played the Cleveland Browns today, losing a close one, 13-10. From my perspective, defense really showed up today for the most part. I just say that by the end of the game, they got gassed out. offensively wise, we seen what Swift did today. He had a great game. Hockenson had a pretty good game too, but that was it. Hockenson and Swift, that's really basically all we have. Tim Boyle got the start today. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't good either. He was kind of predictable in what the things that he did, but what you expect from a backup, in that type of situation. I'm not too hard on it. Like I said, there's not too much more we can expect from this season. It was a winnable game. Defense played hard today. Offense, they were just really limited to what they can do. And then at the end of the game, they just wasn't able to stop Nick Chubb to get them critical, 3 and outs that they needed to try to get the ball back. And even if they would have got the ball back, it wasn't a guarantee that we was able to push it down. But there was opportunities there to win a game today. So, I'm not, harping too much on them. We could beat them down for multiple things, but, as of right now, it was okay. It was okay. So, Big A, what you got to say on it a little bit, man?
Well, I mean, I have the same sentiments you have. When you look at our offense, one of the things, I was screaming, man, put the ball in DeAndre Swift hands more. And the Lions have been doing that, and he's been producing like crazy. So, like you say on offense, it's like if you're going against the Lions, you already know DeAndre Swift and Hockenson. I mean, that's what it is. And one unit that's not really getting the credit that I think we need to give them is our defense. Big Willie, this is something that we were talking about. I mean, it's several games that we're in the game only because of our defense. I mean, really, the only game that the defense really didn't perform well was the Philly game. But all the other games we've been in there is just we got to get our offense to, give us something, man. We and it all starts with Goff, man. I hate to be the guy to just golf, but man, we paying you 30 million, man. We got to get
Right.
something, man. Like something. So the guys
But
that's producing are on these rookie contracts, and we got you coming in getting a big 30 million. So
it kind of puts you in that mode because if you seen what Tim Boyle did today, it really wasn't no different than what Goff been doing all year.
except to
And
pay, except to
you know,
pay.
he hasn't. It's like watching him. He wasn't good. He wasn't bad. He is what he is, and that just solidifies me that Goff is just a glorified backup, right? Well, I'm sorry, an overpaid backup, because there's nothing that Goff did over these past 7-8 games that Tim Boyle didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that he's doing that shows the little extra, the going an extra mile to make a play that you want them to be your starting quarterback. And it gives you pause, it gives you it gives you Goff is not it. We know that. We see that Goff is not it. He's not going to be it. And at this point, why not let Tim Boyle or the other quarterback block get a chance to get some shine, because the results are still the same with all the quarterbacks that we have. Goff is not giving us nothing extra over the other two quarterbacks that we have sitting on the bench. Looking at what Goff did today, I mean not Goff, but what Boyle did today, it looked like Goff was out there. There's really no difference that I've seen between those quarterbacks. So, but other than that, like I said, the defense, they got some turnovers today. Of course, Baker Mayfield, he was hurt, limping around, but anytime that you can get to him and make him throw bad plays, because like Baker Mayfield, he's kind of overhyped. They're trying to get Baker Mayfield over the top, in my opinion, but he is what he is. He's not going to be more than what everybody's trying to hype him out to be. You don't have Odell Beckham Jr. there no more to say that, he was trying to force feed Odell Beckham. He was throwing him off. He's just, to me, Baker Mayfield he's overhyped in my opinion. Of course, he didn't have Donald Peoples-Jones today. I was looking forward to seeing all Michigan Wolverine wide receiver get out there and play, but he was hurt. He got hurt throughout the week. But as far as like the Lions goes, not bad. Wasn't good, but not bad. Not nothing I'm going to hold my head down to. It is what it is. Everybody kind of expected us to lose. Wasn't really expecting us to be in the game because we didn't know what to expect from the backup quarterback. And honestly, I believe we got a little bit more than what we expected, coming into this game, because we had an opportunity to win this game. Of course, it's just that, just like Lions fashion, we just never able to grasp or take advantage of opportunities. And this was one of those another games in which we had about 3 or 4 of them games this year already. We easily could have been, have 4 wins this year if we took advantage of opportunities and luck went our way a little bit. So it's not when people say, we're going to be 0-16 or 17 or 1-16 and whatever it is, I would say, not as bad as, the record plays it out to be, but the record is what it is. And it's like when you're trying to be a good team or trying to get over the hump, you're gonna have to find ways to win games. And Lions just hasn't got to that point, in my opinion. Big A.
No, I agree. It's like I said, when you look at a lot of these games, I mean, we was in them. It's just we have to get over the hump, like you say. We have to be able to, because like you continue to lead the defense out there for long, they can only be out there for long. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we end up facing when teams get up on us, and then they just want to run that ball and pound the clock. You know what I'm saying? Because our offense is not doing anything on the other end. You know what I'm saying? So I just think the Lions, these next couple drafts that we have is going to be real critical to this team. You know what I'm saying? We have to go in here, and I ain't just talking the first round. We got to get in the second, third, and fourth round and stop, especially the second round, third, fourth round, where we just act like, hey, we ain't got to go get nobody. Like, no, we need to dig deep into these drafts and find these gems that everybody else is finding. I mean, let's be honest. Not everybody is coming in the first round. People going in the second round, third round, fourth round. We just don't really find anybody in those rounds.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that, Big A. It's time for the drafts to start paying out for the Lions, because if the issue that I see that we're having is that we're having trouble developing the later round players that we have. Outside of I would say Walker. Walker has been a good acquisition, and the other cornerback.
But I think that's more of Walker, though. That's more of Walker just being a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he was, but what I was saying, he was also a later round pick.
I mean, he came
up, the fourth round. So for him being at that pick, that's something that we need to try to emulate more when we get into these drafts. Is like finding a dog. We need dogs. We don't have enough dogs on this Lions team to make some noise. Like I seen Barnes today make a couple of plays, and every time you see him out on the field, you see him flying around, and he was another fourth round pick. So their opportunities are there.
Yeah.
But like I said, we need more of them. We got it. Like these drafts is going to be critical. The next couple of years, the drafts is going to be critical. But the issue that I see going forward is the fact that, okay, what are we going to do at this quarterback position? Because even if we don't have Goff next year and we try to get a rookie here at quarterback, we still going to have the growing pains for the rookie. So what does that mean for the Lions for next season? What are our expectations going to be? Are we still going to be in the same expectations of, we're going to be a lottery pick again, or fight for the number one pick next year, because we haven't solidified that quarterback position, because obvious to everyone, Goff is not it. So what is our expectations? Guys in the comments, y'all leave comments, let us know. What would be your expectations? Going into next season, what you think that we, as Lions fans or as Lions as an organization, what we should be focusing on, because looking at it right now, if I'm looking into the future, I'm looking at a hard time unless we get some great free agent people coming in, but
Which
people
we
seeing
never
how
do.
Goff play. Who gonna want to play with Goff, man?
Right.
And no wide receivers want to come in and be like, listen, that's who I want me to throw on the ball. And then you got to think about if he's not throwing the ball, we get a draft a rookie. A lot of these free agent guys not going to want to come in unless they, come in and try to get that paycheck and be like, okay, I want this rookie throwing me the ball. So it's going to take some time, and I think that's why the reason why they gave Campbell that long-term deal of 5 years, because they know this is going to be, I hate to say it, it's going to be that rebuilding. It seems like we've been rebuilding forever, and we have to be patient, I guess. And I'm starting to get into that mode.
We actually had a coach that was, getting us to the playoffs, but he wasn't good enough. So,
Hey, we've been down that tail. I think, and what that was that whole New England.
There's a Patriot guy available.
Yeah. And that's what that was. He had a Patriot guy as a GM, and he had a Patriot guy available, and he wasn't a Patriot guy, and that's what cost us in regards to that. So let's go ahead and jump into some of these comments, Big A. See what our folks is talking about, man. All right, so Chuck Brewer said, if you're late round, okay, we'll go with 0-16. All defense win championships. Then the year after that, all offense. I want to jump on that because that kind of the whole offense wins games, defense wins championship thing to me, it's kind of played out in my opinion. I mean, you hear that for years. You've been hearing that's going on, but it's kind of, I know we need to get on this defense again, but we got to get this offense. Something got going with this offense because the defense was there today, and it was stagnant on this offensive tip. So I understand that, but I feel like, to me, in my opinion, the offense got to be priority. But as much as I know we need that DN and we need those linebackers, but sitting here watching what we have, and if we have like a glimpse of offense, we got a chance, in my opinion. Just watching what I've been watching. So I'm kind of shaky on that a little bit because early in the season, I know I'm like, we definitely going to, and the fact of the matter is we're going to pick defense because offensively, there's not a lot of guys that I've seen in the college football rankings that I believe is worthy enough to take picks. So I said, yeah, let's go defense these rounds, but that's only by default, in my opinion. If we had a stud coming out as a quarterback, of course I think we're going to take him. That's just my opinion.
My thing is, I just really, I just think, man, we it's a lot easier to me to build a good defense than when you're trying to build a good offense. Because let's be honest, you're not gonna find these Hall of Fame quarterbacks like that. We already know that. And my thing is when you look at teams like, let's even take the Ravens when they was going on their run. What was it? They had mediocre quarterback play, but they had a mean defense. They built the O-line. They had a running game. We go back to Tampa Bay's. Let's go to the Buccaneers. They had already had a defense, but then they needed to up their offense, and that's what Tom Brady and all of them came in. But the defense is what carried them, because if you look at it now, they're struggling because the defense is hurt. The Buccaneers defense, especially the secondary, is hurt. And that's the thing. You're gonna have these teams, like Kansas City. How are you gonna beat Kansas City? You can't outscore them. You got to have somewhat of a defense. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what my point is, Big A, because we're going into a league in which they catered to the offense. Back then, when we talk about the Tampa Bays and the Baltimores and those type of defenses, they were able to get away with a lot more stuff than they are now. They're catering to these quarterbacks. You could barely touch a receiver. It's more offensive minded now because, that's the way the league wants it to be because, offense sells tickets. We know that. So for me, I feel like I said, when that statement came out, I know that I know what you mean by it, but at the same time, looking at how the league has changed and made it more offensive minded, and watching the game today, it kind of like, okay, we had an opportunity, you know. So,
But check this out, Big Willie. If you look over the last 10 Super Bowls, there's really been only one team that had uh that had a great offense and they didn't have a defense whatsoever, and that was Kansas City. If you look at it from Buccaneers, they had a good defense. You look at Seattle when they won, they had a good defense. I mean, you look at the Patriots when they was winning, a good defense. You know what I'm saying? So, and then especially, like I said, especially for us in this draft, like you said, I agree. There's really no quarterback to where, or anybody on the offensive side that you're gonna be like, oh man, this person. We would need to have a Trevor Lawrence right there sitting for us to go
right,
anywhere near the offensive side,
right.
and that's not there. So we need to go to where the best player is the defensive side and solidify that as much more as we can. And then, hopefully, we might catch something in the later round where we can get a quarterback or whatever the case is. But yeah, we gotta most definitely solidify that defense, man. You know.
Most definitely, and I believe,
Because
like I said, because of because of the lack of star power on the offensive
yeah,
end coming out of
yeah,
California player, I believe like this is the opportunity where we need to
yep.
solidify some things on defense. So I definitely agree with you on that. It's just
Hmm.
knowing that we got to solidify things on defense. And for me, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think we're too far off on offense. If now I'm thinking about it,
No,
because
we're
we
not.
have a great offensive line.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
Frank right now, of
we
course,
just
he's hurt.
we just got to get the player under center, bro. That's all it is. And I would say this also. We need a quarterback and we got to get some receivers, bro. And that's why I say within this draft, you don't have the Trevor Lawrence, you don't have the Calvin Johnson. But on the defensive side, you got those guys. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go that way, especially with the first two rounds. I would say. You know what I'm saying? And then your third and your fourth, you peel back to the offensive side. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
So my question is this: with the draft and the free agency and what you've been seeing this year, like you said, the offensive line, we got the running game going on. We got a few. The defense is playing hard, but they just don't have the talent yet. Would you think that we will be in some type of contention next year?
it all depends on golf, man. I mean, we're gonna go back to the man that's making $30 million a year. I mean, as simple as that. The way that I'm envisioning it, man, like the pieces that we have already, especially on the defensive side, right? The pieces that we have already, and then to add to those things, you know what I'm saying? It would really make that. I mean, especially putting some guys up front, that we want. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I think it would be good, man. But
But
to
let
me,
me ask you this. Let me ask you this, which I don't see it being possible, but it's a slight chance. They still got Deshaun Watson sitting on the shelf, man.
yeah,
You,
but they want
I
too much
mean,
though. They want too much for
why
the
not?
uncertain.
Why?
But you don't
Oh,
know if he
okay, I
gonna
get you.
play
I get
for
you.
the
I
uncertainty.
get you. Yep.
Like if you knew he was gonna play, that's a whole different thing. But the uncertainty of him don't know how to play, I'm not willing to give up the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah, I
that
mean,
thing.
then that's what's keeping them off the field is
Yeah,
the
yeah, man. I
uncertainty.
mean, my thing with golf, right? If it didn't work in LA with everything he had around him, and let's be honest, here we go again. That defense is what got him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He couldn't even get these guys into scoring position. So I don't understand why they thought it would have worked here.
Okay. Well, let me jump into a few of these comments because I'm seeing CJ Stroud talking. I know me and you, Big A. Listen, we have not yet to see anything coming from any Ohio State quarterback. They system quarterbacks, I would not bank on any OSU quarterback. I wouldn't put my money on it because they haven't proven to be anything coming into the league. He's looking very good right now, but, they all look good. Ohio State quarterbacks put up great numbers in college. But as we can see, the last 2, 3, 4 Ohio State quarterbacks come out don't seem to
the last 2, though. How about the last 10, the last 15,
work
last
out in
20?
the league? And that's because Ohio State does a good thing of catering to that quarterback, which I give them Ohio State credit for that, but they don't get them ready for the league because the style of play that Ohio State goes by is not the style of play that the NFL has. And you don't have a big line, or you don't have 5-star receivers that you could just chuck the ball up to and they get, yards after catch. So I will be a little iffy on that, on that CJ Stroud, talk. He's looking good. He's put up great numbers right now, but a lot of them numbers to me is kind of fugazi because, except what he did to Michigan State in the first half. Now, that was crazy, but we'll jump into that a little bit later. But, yeah, I just wanted to, comment on that a little bit.
Well, let's go to this one right here. Say, when was the last great Louisville quarterback since Lamar Jackson? My thing is, Lamar Jackson was an anomaly. CJ Stroud is not that anomaly. Like, let's not get it confused. We talking about two totally different athletes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think Louisville has been known for having quarterbacks anyway.
No, they haven't. They always have linemen. No, they haven't.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, because like you said, Lamar Jackson was definitely an anomaly. Because I can't recall what other Louisville quarterback that made any type of noise in the league. I mean, if you guys know any of them, y'all leave it in the comments because that's a doozy for me because I don't know. I do not know, but like I said, it's up there, it's up in the air. We're going to see. But like you said, it all caters around to the decision that we have to make on what we're going to do with golf. And that's what the main – because if we got to get a quarterback in that has some ability, I don't see the lines that far off as what we think. I don't see because, like I said, if the line is healthy, Swift is looking good, Hockenson is good. We get some receiver. Like I understand we haven't had that receiver core, but we get some veteran receivers in here. I can see while we're building up. If you guys want to say build up that defense, while we're building and getting that defense strong, we just need a quarterback that can make plays, man. Make a few plays. That's it. And Goff is showing that he's throwing the ball out of bounds on 4th downs. Like you're not even trying to attempt to make the plays. So we could get that. I could see us at least being in better contention than we are right now.
Listen, I want to go back to this whole OSU quarterback thing. Dwayne Haskins looked good at OSU. JT Barrett looked good at OSU. Braxton Miller looked good at OSU. Terrell Pryor looked good at OSU. I mean, like I said, it's a whole system. Look, I'm not willing to draft a quarterback who's gonna only take his first snap under center when he get into the league.
Right, and like I said, they're great for the system that they have for college, but it seems of transitioning to the
it just don't work
to the pro level. It hasn't worked out so far. Like I said, the it's still not out on Justin Fields. This is rookie season, but you can see he's struggling. But the guy that came before him, you see we thought he was going to be in against the Lions, but he seems not to be taking advantage of a second opportunity that he's gotten. So, we'll see. But like I said, it all with the Lions, I believe it depends on the
see, this is the quarterback situation. One thing y'all got to remember: you can't get so trumped up on stats because, like, you do have these teams like Georgia University playing Charleston Southern yesterday. Like, let's not forget about those type of games that go on. You know what I'm saying? You had Alabama playing New Mexico State University last week. And so, you're going to have when these schools come in, and a lot of those numbers are going to be trumped up. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't want to get too caught up in a stat game. You know what I'm saying?
And it's been proven that even with those stats, they haven't transitioned over to the
Exactly.
NFL. So we'll move on from that. Great conversation. But I believe Big Guy, I think it's time for that hat switch time. Don't you think? Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah. We talking. I know we usually we talk different way, but we switching around a little bit this time. We're gonna jump into this Detroit Pistons talk a little bit. Of course, this week it was an up and down week. We had some wins, some losses, some close games, injuries, issues going on. So we're gonna jump into that a little bit. Of course, Pistons play tonight. They play the Lake Show. Not sure if LeBron is gonna play or not, or AD is gonna
They
play or not,
said
but
he
it's
out.
still,
Then they said Killian not playing.
which I believe Killian needs to be out for a while just to get that thumb together. We have ongoing thing. Me and Big A and King. I wish King was here, but I think he's out driving Miss Daisy or something. We have this thing with Killian, and it's kind of like if you're watching the fan base and we see what's going on, it's kind of turned into a Killian versus Corey type of situation. And I have to say that I don't think that's the case. I feel that when I'm on Twitter and I'm seeing these comments, I think as a fan base, we use Corey Joseph too much as a scapegoat, and I don't think that's fair.
Corey Joseph deserves an apology. The last show that we did, me and Big Willie was on here saying, you know, uh, you know, the reason why Corey Joseph is getting minutes is because Killian's play at times. He's not doing things out there, and Big A and Big Willie didn't know what they was talking about. Casey's rotations is this and is that and this and that, and it's just like right after that, it proved it this week. You know what I'm saying? Whenever
Right.
Killian's is not doing what he needs to do, Corey Joseph is gonna come in there and get those minutes. And I
Yeah.
mean, and he
Yeah.
produced.
Right. And the thing with Killian is that he's gonna have to be healthy in order for him to be productive, because if he's not healthy, there's no need for him to be out there. I mean, he is great defensively, I give him that, but it doesn't transition over to to wins and losses because of his defense. And offensively wise, if his shot's not falling, he's not going to shoot anymore. So he's just going to be out there passing around. But at this point in the game, when you see Cade Cunningham coming along, right now there's no need for him, to be honest. Let him get healthy, sit him for a while, because we're not missing nothing from him right now. We're not missing nothing from Killian right now that we would say, oh, him being out, this team about to go down the toilet. He hasn't shown enough to say that, okay, we can deal without him. And looking at these rotations, I feel like people is hard on Casey in regards to the rotation as if the season is already done. Like the Pistons is playing for a lottery pick, and he's still going out there being selfish, playing these veterans. But we still early in the season. He's still trying to learn who fits where in the rotation. Also dealing with injuries as well. And I keep saying, like, guys, y'all got to be patient, because not every night everybody produces the same. Offensively, we've been so up and down, it's ridiculous. No one has been consistent offensively outside of maybe Cade, and that was the last 5 games. And the other person that was consistent is hurt, and that's what I'm saying. My great white hope, Kelly Olynyk.
Mm-hmm.
So all the slander, Diallo, he need to be in more, which he's shown this past couple games that he needs to be out there, but it wasn't like he was lighting up the boards, or why they got Josh Jackson not playing and Frank Jackson playing. Frank Jackson hit 27 the other night. Like, somebody said Diallo and Josh Jackson, why are they playing them more? I'm sorry, Frank Jackson hit 27 the other night. What you mean? What do you mean? So you already know that throughout this beginning of the season, most fans know you're trying to solidify a rotation. Most of the time, you're only going 8 or 9 deep in the bench anyway. On any given night, any other team would do that. You're watching any other team, nobody's going deep and keep on trying to mix and match throughout players. So why are we expecting that to be the same for Dwayne Casey? That hasn't been done on nobody's sideline. But we've been dealing with injuries and trying to figure out who's going to be consistent of. And I believe the lineup will be consistent once our offensive game be consistent. Once guys like Isaiah Stewart can be consistent at getting shots, and he gets shots at the rim that he hasn't been comfortable with making. And he missed a lot of bunnies getting to that rack, and we need that because we also need him on defensive end, because he goes out, we lose defensive end, but we also need production on the offensive end. So when he gets the opportunity, we need him to take the opportunity. If Jeremy Grant, if he has an off night, the Pistons are done. Saddiq Bey, he was hot the other game. Him and Cade was hot the other night playing against the Pacers. He had 28, but then he'll turn around and have a bad shoot night. So we need for him to get consistent. So it's more of, I'm not complaining about the rotation. I'm more about the inconsistency that we need to get, because the rotation will fix itself once we get consistent. Big A.
But see, like, and this is the thing that we see here too. It's the problem with Casey is he keeps people in too long where guys aren't able to get a rhythm. But y'all only use that when it's in concern of Killian. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, if it's to that standard where, oh man, I got Josh Jackson in too long, let me pull him out. He hit 28 the other night. I mean, you got to go where your production is, where you're getting the production from. Sometimes it's not about like, okay, I know we drafted this guy here, but if you're not getting the job done, hey, I got to do other things to try to get some type of flow going.
Exactly.
So I think
Exactly.
a lot of times, like if you're really looking at the numbers and you're really paying attention to it, you will see where he starts to change. Well, Killian almost had that triple double. He got all the minutes he wanted and more. You know what I'm saying? But when it's going into the third quarter, he got 3 points. Like, okay, I get it. You say, okay, he pretty good. He good on defense, but okay, at the other end, we got to get some other things going. You know what I'm saying? So I just think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I hear you, Big A, and I think guys got to pay attention to the how the flow of the game going. Like when the comments are saying that they resting the starters longer, it depends on how the game is going. If the Pistons got a lead,
and then you got fouls too. You got to remember that too.
It depends on how the game. I think, like I said, it's still early in the season, and you saying the development of the players, of the young guys, but if you got a veteran coming in that's scoring, and you got to trying to develop a player, we still trying to win games. I mean, development of a player sounds like, okay, the season is over with.
Exactly.
And these guys, and then the issue that we have, and this is something that I wish King was here to jump in on, because I know we would be going around the horn, is that this whole development thing, compared to when you send these other teams with their players and how they're being productive, it kind of gives you a pause a little bit. So for me, just watching the games, and it could be times where I'll be like, yeah, why is he sitting them that long? But I'm seeing the floor of the game. I'm seeing if the game is out of hand, if the game is close, or if the Pistons have the lead and they're not losing the lead badly, I'm going to sit them as long as possible. Rest them players.
Once again, you got to look at it too, the fouls too. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at that. Some guys getting fouls, 2 fouls early in the first quarter. I mean, you ain't got no choice but to sit that person. Then when you get in the third quarter, you pick up a quick one too. You got to go right back to the bench. I mean,
and right, and that's what happened the other night when Golden State was here. and Jordan Poole went crazy, went off. Killian got 2 quick fouls, and he still was out there for a while too, even after the fouls. But you had to get him out the game, and then he picked up a quick one, I believe, in the second quarter, and that on top of the fact that he didn't make the couple of shots that he made, and he dealing with injury. That was it. I'm like, okay, let's not push this. If we're talking about development of players, why push somebody to go out there to play long minutes that's not being productive? That's gonna hurt them, in my opinion, more than it's gonna help them if they're out there struggling. Because you know how young guys is, when they not getting their shots not falling, things not going away, they get down on themselves. But sometimes it takes them sitting on that bench, watching the game, letting it slow down for them, letting them build up the fire. The same thing with Diallo. Diallo's starting to play now, but he had to sit back and watch and get that fire in his belly to come out there and do, like, okay, this is your time to shine.
I think the Diallo thing is something else, man, because like he wasn't getting no minutes at all. So I don't know what I think that's more of a back thing to that, because even when he that game where it was a blow up on the sideline, he didn't want to go in. So I think it was just more to that. But he has proven he should get minutes. He's proven that.
But the reason you're right, but the reason why, because he wants to get in, and then when he got in, he took advantage of his opportunity, and that's what we need to see from everybody else. Not you got to blow up on the sidelines, but if you're gonna make some noise, make do of your opportunity, even in the blowout. Even in the blowout, if you out there going crazy in the blowout, he deserves some minutes. But if you out there just running around, what's the point of having him out there?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of having him out there?
One of the things I did say, that the Pistons was coming up against a tough stretch, and it started in that Sacramento game. I mean, as you look at it, like I was telling, everybody, Sacramento could go 4 deep in their backcourt, and they have an incredible rotation. And we saw that. We saw that on display. And then, I mean, it was just back to back after that. Then you go into Indiana, so, and then tonight, I mean, you had Golden State, and tonight you got the Lakers. So you're going to run into those, like I say, those good backcourts. And,
and Big A, I want you to jump on that comment that Chuck is saying, because this has been a topic
I agree.
We've talked about.
No, I agree, because, I mean, and then there's another thing. You look at the Pistons lineup. I mean, you got Stewart playing out of position. Stewart is a 4. Jeremy Grant's a 3. They're all playing out of position. We do need to get a big man down there. But, one thing that I said, though, and this is one thing I'm going to stand by. This team is only going to go as far as Killian's progress. And if we end up in the lottery again, he might be going to the bench.
Because we're looking at production, and looking at this comment, Josh is development, like that's just already telling us that we need to give up on the season if we got to worry about development. It's like for somebody, and that's not a good look if we need to get veterans to come in and want to play. If you're going to say, listen, I want you to come in and help these young, show these guys how this game goes, come and be helpful, but you just sit on this and let us develop. That don't make. But
Big Willie, here we go again. This is not the development of Cunningham, Bay, and Stewart. Here we go again. You want to group Cunningham, Bay, and Stewart because you're like, okay, they young guys, but we know what we getting from these. I mean, like, come on, man. Bay and Stewart was on the all-rookie team. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I say, Stewart is just playing out of position. Like, we see what we getting from Cunningham. So, no, we're not going to throw the whole season away because you want us to develop Killian Hayes. No. I mean, as a coach, they still got to go out there and win games. Now, when we get 30 games and the rest of the season, we ain't got no choice for playoffs or whatever the case is, then that's when we can talk that talk. This is at the beginning of the year. So, and that's where we go back to where we said, hey, we got to get a big man because, like I say, Isaiah Stewart should be playing a 4. And then Jeremy Grant should play in a 3. You know what I'm saying? But then, like I say, if we get those big men, say if we do get that big man, you move, you move Stewart to the 4, Jeremy Grant to the 3. Who you moving to the 2? You gonna keep Killian or Sadiq?
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Right. So I want to jump on this comment right here because, since Chuck said sort of off topic, when does K go alpha on the rest of the team and demand the ball in his hands at the end of the game? Honestly,
He's doing that.
He's been doing that.
He's doing
Except
that.
for the Golden State game, which that was I think that might have been a broken play or not, but there was opportunities because Frank Jackson had a great shot. It was in and out on that game, but I've been seeing that, and that's another thing about Killian because Cade is ball dominant, and in that fourth quarter, that's when he has the ball in his hand. So if he's having the ball in his hand, if he's going to say, I need to take over, and if Killian's not hitting his shots, then that puts a void on the offense, if you look at it that way. Because if Killian's not hitting his shots, but he's going to be the facilitator, and then we got Cade needing the ball in his hands, and like you said, Chuck, to demand it and take over like we've seen that he can do, then it pushes Killian to the side, which we need him to get other things going, like making shots and being defensive. But if he's not doing that right now, you're going to have to put somebody else in. Just to make, because people are going to start seeing that, and they're not going to play the Pistons, right? They're going to start crashing down, okay, because they already know Killian's just going to be off to the side, and he's not hitting his shots. He's not looking to shoot the ball. It's gonna be trouble for the Pistons. But I have seen watching this game that that's what we talked about before the season started. The reason why we wanted to get Cade over Jalen Green because he's going to be our closer.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta remember he didn't have a preseason, and he was down the first several games of the season, and now he's starting to get into his mode.
Well, and then you got to also add to it too. If you get Jalen Green, Killian's done. Jalen Green going to get his, and that's it. That's all he worried about. You know what I'm saying? You really look at like it wouldn't be no way they'll be able to play together. So I just get healthy. Like I said, it's the Pistons gonna be in a very precarious spot if we end up in the lottery again.
And the main thing is, and I don't want you guys to feel that we're trying to badger him, but the main thing, like Big A was saying, is that we want him to succeed because if he succeeds, the Pistons will succeed. We see what we getting out of everybody, all the other 4 starters. We know what they're going. We just have not yet out on the offensive end. Defensive wise, the guy is great. I like his defensive, prowess. That's great. But he hasn't found himself yet on the offensive end. And when he's able to be comfortable in himself and we know what we can get out of him on the offensive end, the sky's the limit for that starting lineup. And who knows? May elevate the Pistons to more of what you guys are thinking, because I believe, for what I'm saying, everybody believes they're not a playoff, contending team. Well, we never know, but we still want to be in contention and still want to be able to battle and be in all of these games.
Well, and my expectation for the team was right outside the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I felt like again, I know I keep sounding like a broken record. If we get into the lottery again, we just put in a very precarious spot because you're gonna be switching some stuff up. You're gonna have to switch up some lineups again. You know what I'm saying? But so we'll just have to see where the Pistons go. Hopefully this, the thing with his thumb is not a thing that's gonna, continue to go long, because the longer he sit out, the more minutes is gonna be for somebody else. So
and it hurts his development too. So I wish him, speedy recovery, because I want him to continue on to progress and get better, and that will help the Pistons tremendously. And looking forward to these upcoming games that we were playing. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Cade. He's starting to rise up on that, that rookie, rookie of the year talk.
Oh yeah, he had 5. He started not on the ladder, and now he had 5. So I mean, the longer he played, and the more he played, man, it's gonna be, man, sky's the limit,
Yeah,
man.
the sky's the limit, most definitely. So yeah, most definitely. We're gonna see, but I just think we gotta, be a little more patient, with the coaching
Yeah,
and with the
no,
Pistons.
listen for sure. Like I say, this is a marathon. It ain't a sprint. You know what I'm saying? But it's just
Yes,
like,
indeed.
with anybody that played on any sports or whatever the case is, you have to take advantage of those minutes, man. You have to. You
Yes,
you have to go out there and you have to get stuff done. When it come up to looking, okay, Big Willie, you played 30 minutes last night. You got 5 points. Okay, you got 3 steals. You got, you shot 3 for 5. But then the guy behind you only played 10 coming off the bench and he got 12. And that's just an example. Coaches are gonna
right,
look at that because they're gonna say, okay, hey,
exactly,
I gave this guy 10 minutes, he got 12. Same production. I mean, more production with less minutes. So guess what they're gonna say? Oh well, I need to get him more minutes. But
exactly.
um, I don't. I'm not one to say, oh man, the season is over. Nah, you're gonna go through those ups and downs and all of that. Injuries happen. But you got to take advantage of those minutes, man. You have to, man.
Indeed, indeed. So we gonna get into this, of course, some more, throughout as the season progresses, and hopefully, like I said, the team progresses and coaching progresses, and for the most part, K progresses. But like, I think it's that time, Big A, the time that we've been waiting for. We kind of wanted to say this for last because we already know, it's that time, fellas. It's officially rivalry week. Michigan pulled out the dub, of course. Ohio State looked it absolutely unstoppable against little brother, made them look like little sister. Like they shouldn't even been out there on the field with them. So we here now. We here now, guys. It's that week. And for me, I'm on Steph mode. I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to jinx nothing. But I'm ready. And Big A, man, I gotta let you go, man. You got to go off on
Look,
this one, man.
listen, right. So I just want to give my overview of the last 2 games, right? And a lot of time, a lot of things. So um, it was, we had to fix the red zone woes, right? So if you look over these last 2 games, we only had to use Moody twice. You know, uh, 3 touchdowns against Penn State. What we had 4 or 5 against Maryland. It was these last 2 games. They worked on a lot of things that I wanted to see before we got to this game. Big Willie kept talking about innovation. How'd you like that throwback on that kick return? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen and listen how important that is, right? They waited till the game before we played Ohio State to pull that out. You know why they did that? Because guess what? Ohio State is going to have to take time out what they normally would have worked on for this game. Now they're going to have to work on that. That's gonna have to be something that they identify and say, oh man, they might throw it back on us. You know what I'm saying? So now they're gonna have to spend time on that. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of different plays, that was thrown in there. JJ got back in there. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, dang, they bringing JJ back, so they're gonna have to work on those type of things. So I was really impressed. I was really impressed because it was more of dude, we got out of these last 2 games healthy. No injuries. That was a big thing I was worried about with Maryland. I'm like, come on, man, we don't need anything to go wrong with anybody, right? Blake Corum was on standby just in case. You know, and it might have needed him, right? So I was very impressed with, Michigan's, what they've done these last two games. You know what I'm saying? And then just like with the Penn State, to be able to, keep calm and to be able to, okay, we down, and be able to get out there and come back and win. Then we go into Maryland, and then you, we worked on some things. We threw some new things in there that they're gonna have to, work. And we might not even throw it back on a kickoff against Ohio State. But the fact that we broke it out, they gotta pay attention. And then it went to the crib. We've been, AJ Henry, we've been calling for one all year. Big Willie.
Yes.
So
yeah, right. But I'll say this, Big A. Listen, the time is now than ever for Michigan to pull out all the stops. I mean, if you got to pull out all the tricks out of your bag, if you've been holding on to plays that you haven't had to do because we've been that much productive, and maybe I've been wrong all this time and just they've been holding out, and I'm wishing that they've been holding out because I want to see everything come Saturday. I want to see everything come Saturday because, to be honest with you, we're going to need it. We're going to need it. Let's not pretend that we've had their number anytime soon. And the thing about Ohio State and about, Ryan Day is that he is an offensive genius, no doubt. He exploits whatever weaknesses that the team has. He's going to jump on that. And, Mike McDonald, I think this is the main reason that he was brought in because we didn't have that innovation. And this is why I agree with you on in regards to Don Brown and defense because he was stubborn. And Ryan Day has been kicking our butts for years because he exploited our weaknesses every time because he was able to make changes. He wasn't stubborn in that. So for McDonald, this is where you come in, and this is where that NFL mind that come in at and show some innovation that we've been needing these past years. And looking at the defense, how the defense is set up is more tuned to go up against Ohio State because of the secondary that we have. And I'm hoping that we get Green back this game because we're gonna need add all the pieces we can get.
He traveled this game. He was on. He was there too. And see, and this is where I agree with you, right? I hate that Don Brown had that learning lapse in the state game with the whole substituting thing, right? And
McDonald, yeah,
McDonald. I'm sorry, McDonald. I'm sorry. I hate that he had that. It was a tough thing to have to learn, but as you notice it, that's where we get Mike Berry back playing in there. You know what I'm saying? Because he can play the linebacker, he can play safety. You know what I'm saying? And man, DJ Turner, bro, man, like
yeah, he's showing. Man. He's definitely showing.
Man, like come on, man. And Rob Moore Jr. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Vincent Gray solid over there. So, it's I hate, like I said, I go back. I hate that he had to learn that, but what I've noticed from him, he adjusts. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not having no substitution woes or anything anymore. He totally went in, not only adjusted himself, but he adjusted with the players that he's brought in. You know what I'm saying? So as you see it, you're not just getting the same look we're not getting the same look of players that we got from week 1 to week 11. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing different guys in there. And that's one thing I like to give him credit, for. But we most definitely, the thing is, we got to get that pressure on them,
that we got it to where we could, and we thought we had it in the past before,
right.
But it didn't pan out like it should because I know we had a time when we had Gary and Winovich, and they wasn't getting it like they normally should. This is that time, this is what I believe Hutchinson came back for. and we got to make sure that we don't make him look bad. The thing is, and the one thing that's on our side is that I'm glad we're at the big house. That's some good momentum that we can use. There's opportunities there. Defensive wise, Ohio State have been playing better, but there are weaknesses there. They don't have them big bookends like they've been having these last 4 or 5 years. And offensive wise, Stroud been putting up great numbers, but he's still a freshman that hasn't really seen pressure. And when he did see pressure, you seen what the outcome was. When he was under pressure in that Oregon game, even though it was early in the season, I know he's developed more from that. There's some kinks there. There's some opportunities there for Michigan this game to where they can pull this out.
And see, another thing I want to also mention, Big Willie, a lot of people, Ajabo and Aiden Hutchinson didn't get a sack on Tua. Tua is probably the most elusive quarterback in the Big Ten.
And C.J. Stroud is not.
Little Tua is the most elusive quarterback in the Big Ten. So we're not gonna act like it wasn't no pressure. It's just he was able to, get away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And listen,
it wasn't like it was needed that much anyway.
Right, but this another thing I want y'all to understand, right? We bringing up Ohio State in that offense, right? That same offense only put 14 points up on Penn State. Our offense put more points up on them. You know what I'm saying?
Mind you, the last couple of games against Purdue and Michigan State, Ohio State has been looking scary.
But we talking about teams who have a supremely low secondary production. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was the main thing you pointed out right away, Big Willie. State was last in secondary defense, and then you're going up against a team that like to throw it 60 times. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
So we have to look at those things. We have to pay attention to those things. It's gonna be a great fight, man. I'm still calling out Big Blue to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? So we right where we want to be. We right where we need to be, and we're gonna be going where we want to go, man.
So now I gotta ask the tough question now. Maybe not tough question, but if we lose to Ohio State, does that put Harbaugh back on the hot seat?
No. This is my thing. If it's a blowout, I can hear people start screaming. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we're not in a same position of JT being short. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we're not there. But man, I don't even want to think that, bro. But I know people gonna say that, man. They gonna say that right away. But listen, this is what I want y'all to understand. This is another thing I brought up to you last week, Big Willie. How many times has Michigan been 9-1? Big Willie, that was a question you didn't even know. They only been 9-1 5 times, and guess who got 3 of them? Harbaugh. So, Big A, what record people want the most, and people recognize I get that.
They
man,
don't care. They don't care about the 9-1s and 8-3s and 10-1s and 11-2s. It's that O that's been sitting on Harbaugh's name since coming here. And that's that's where the fan base is at, because it's just like how it was with back in the day with John Cooper. John Cooper has some great records over there when he was coaching at Ohio State, but he couldn't get past Michigan, and that's what cost him back in the day. And for people, like I said, from Michigan standpoint, from a college standpoint, he's overachieved this year, because Michigan wasn't expected to be 9-1 this season. That's preseason had them 8-4, 9-3.
Not even that.
Yeah, exactly. Not even that. They didn't have them at this point. So he has overachieving when it comes to what the expectation was for Michigan. But it does have some say, like you said, if it's a close game, a hard fought game, maybe a few plays that didn't pan out, or hopefully it won't be no issues with referee or anything like that, and it just don't fall our way, then I can say, you know what, job well done. But if it goes out there and he stinks this thing up, there gonna be some howls at the moon to get Harbaugh about it, because they're gonna say he's not able to produce during the biggest moments at Michigan. So we're gonna see. I'm not jinxing anything. I don't want to do it.
Chuck, I'm right there with you, Chuck. The expectation for Michigan is so high, man, to where, like you said, I'm totally with you, man. We are sitting at 10-1. 10-1. And we're literally, like I said, and I know one of the things people say, well, man, Michigan have been able to knock out people or whatever the case is. And, we had that opportunity with State and they got took away from us, man. And, but like I say, man, Harbaugh has changed the culture of Michigan. He's bringing it back. I get it. I listen. I want the Ohio State win as much as anybody. You know that, Big Will. You know it, man. We've been watching Michigan.
Listen, we all do. That's why I can't indulge too much into it. I know what we feel like we need to do, and you guys, you can leave comments on what you guys feel like we need to do or what your expectations are for this weekend. But because it's been so long, man, and because we've had years where we felt we were ready.
This is one thing I want to say, though. This is one thing I want to say. For all you people who talking about Harbaugh should be fired, this, and that. Listen, when we beat Ohio State, you do not deserve the right to celebrate. I don't want to hear nothing.
Listen. If they win, I
don't want to hear nothing.
I'm gonna be acting a fool on this here podcast. Y'all, you feel me? I'm moving because, but and you can't say that, Big A, because
yes, I can. You can't
say that because
listen,
these guys because you can't say that because we've been suffering for so long, Big A.
I don't care, man.
You can't say now.
I don't care, bro. You can't throw darts in somebody's back. You can't throw darts in somebody's back, and then when they do good, you like, whoo, nah.
But it's been warranted though. It's been 10 years. It's been 2011 since the last time we beat them, and at some point in time, you're gonna be like, okay, we'll get them next year. Then you're gonna be like, it's gonna point in time you be like, I don't know. Then you be like, it hasn't been happening. So yeah.
Okay, listen. This is the thing.
Everybody to celebrate.
This is the thing I want to answer too, right here with Joshua Austin. He comparing. Hold on, put that back. He comparing what Juwan Howard did with the basketball program, but what you got to understand is also it comes down to recruiting. Also,
And Juwan Howard wasn't left bare. Now that's not like he was left with bare. Like Coach Beeling didn't have them boys in the Elite 8 and 5 for us himself. And
that's another thing I was about to get into. But let's understand it. Howard's also bringing in another level of athlete also, and what Harbaugh picked up from what he took off, dude. Michigan was in the dumps. We was not even getting nowhere near the players that we're getting now, and you can see it. We're nowhere.
It was tough with that Rich Rod and
before Harbaugh, it was we wasn't even getting the top recruits in the state, let alone top recruits from. Listen, do y'all understand? Harbaugh took Dax Hill from Oklahoma, the top recruit in that state. Come on, man. Come on, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the expectation be too high to where we're not even paying attention to the things that's going on and what they have done. Like Harbaugh was most definitely a big part in the Jordan brand coming to Michigan. The first brand. Do y'all not understand? Jordan went to North Carolina. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, while I'm looking at the comment, I believe we're gonna switch tones a little bit because I do want to get into Michigan basketball as well.
Hold on, but I want to say this again. If you was one of those fire Harbaugh, this or that, do not celebrate when we win this Saturday. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm coming back on here
But
Saturday with the same energy
but
too.
Big A, if he don't win, they gonna be on your head, brother.
I
So you
don't.
gotta be
I don't
prepared
want
for
to
that
hear it.
too. All right,
You know how I roll.
all right.
I'm all in. I'm all in. I don't do the partial stuff. I don't do the
They gonna
uh no nah this. Nah, I'm a ride. I'm a ride all day long.
they gonna come for you, man. They gonna come for you. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about Michigan basketball. And while we're speaking on Juwan Howard, man, we had a slip up this past week against an
Oh man,
unranked team.
if that was Hardball, they'd be fire Hardball. He lost to Eastern Michigan football.
We I think that we got a little gut punch this week because the
Most
expectation of
definitely.
Michigan
Most definitely.
basketball is so high, and as it should be because the talent is there. Oh my God, these freshmen that we got, Caleb Houston and Diabate, they look exciting. But going up against that game against Seton Hall, you saw the freshman roles, and you saw from last year where that veteran leadership has changed, and it cost us a little bit in that game. But I'm glad we lost. I'm not glad we lost, but it was a learning
Better to get it
experience,
early than late.
better to get that because then you've seen like, okay, we're not as sound as we should be, but as the season go on and watching the freshmen play, it's going to be exciting. They did beat UNLV the other night, and they play Arizona tonight as well. And to be quite frank, watching them play, it's looking like to me, and I think he should go ahead and do it now. Diabate need to go ahead and take over that starting spot for Brandon Johns. My expectations for Brandon Johns was so high because everyone's been saying Brandon Johns is that next level talent, but he hasn't been consistent in this season right now. And Diabate has. He's doing what Brandon Johns was doing, the athletic plays, the rebounding, the block shots, and he's also being productive on the offensive end. So, and he's playing well with Dickinson. I think it's time to make that transition. And Juwan Howard should know at best about playing freshman because he come from the Fab Five.
Well, see, my thing is also is because you're going to need something out there in that starting rotation as far as defense and the big man because you're not getting that from Dickinson, man. Dickinson is more on the offensive end, and Diabate, man, like on that move when you say when old boy got past him in the UNLV, man, he made up the ground and got the block off the backboard, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he took it coast to coast and dunked on somebody, man. And the basketball we gonna be good. I agree right here with Jeff Thomas. We gonna be good, man. It's just gonna take some time to mesh. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look in that game with Seton Hall, Houston didn't have a good game, but he a freshman. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can see where you're coming from with Brandon Johns. It's like Johns, this is supposed to be, you're supposed to be taking over this, and he just got to get that confidence, man. And we gonna be good. Like I say, man.
There's no question that we're going to be good. I was just pointing out that we had we got humbled because we all have some very high expectations for.
I still say national championship.
Yeah, and I do too. But I expected him to go on those runs like Juwan Howard the last couple of years. He has these great beginning of the season runs. And he goes, and it's kind of different because we usually start from the back and work our way all the way up to the front of the poles. I remember one year it was just we wasn't even ranked. Juwan
Well, they had to put some respect on our names when we beating the Gonzagas, when we beating the North Carolinas, the Villanovas, all these people you continue to rank over them.
Exactly. And we finally got that respect, and people were seeing it. And we got to realize that we're going to get everyone's best now. We're not going to surprise nobody anymore. Everyone's going to come and give us our best shot because they know the talent that we have, and I think that's that was the difference between the last couple years and this year, because we do have that target on our back. And Seton Hall played hard, UNLV played hard, and we got to realize, listen, every team that we're facing, they're going to give their all to try to upset us, because that's going to look good on everyone's resume.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely, Chuck, it definitely was a teachable moment, and I hope these guys,
Most
and it was a
definitely.
turnaround because, Caleb and Diabate, they both had great games against UNLV. They're going, they got some things they got to work on. Diabate, of course, he got to work on them free throws. Caleb, his shot looks so good, but he still got to get consistent, and it's going to grow as the season goes along. So I'm not too down on it. It was
I
a
ain't
little
worried,
bit of
man. I ain't
it was a
worried.
little bit of a downfall.
It sucked.
I
It
was
sucked.
restless. I was restless after I got done watching that game. I had to take me a drink, but I'm back now,
It
and
sucked.
we're going to be good, and I still look forward to the season, looking forward to the Big Ten season, but like I said, there's also room for growth with that team, and I continue to say it. The team will go, in my opinion, the team will go as far as long as Johns goes. If he's playing, and if he's productive, and if he's showing that ability that everyone's been saying that he has for these past several years, then the sky's the limit for Michigan. But as you can see, he didn't have a great game in that Seton Hall game, and you see where because he's that veteran, leadership that we need outside of Eli Brooks. He's the oldest tenure person here. Him and Nunez, I believe. So we're going to need him. But like I said, there's no need to panic. There's no worry. But it was a minor setback, But we're going to be good, man. Them young guys, they bring some excitement. We always had good guys, good guys playing here at Michigan, but we haven't had them exciting guys.
And we got them.
So
We got them. We got 'em. Oh yeah, update on the raffle. All cards were sent out this weekend. So everybody should be getting their stuff this week. Once we get caught up with everybody receiving everything, we'll get back to just randomly dropping stuff during the live. But we just want to get caught up, y'all.
indeed.
So we got
And so
some.
answer that. Yeah, and answer that question that no one's got out there. It's still Dickinson. It's still Dickinson. He's still consistently being dominant. There's nobody really haven't been able to stop him. It's still going to be there, and it's going to be Dickinson throughout the year. We just gonna need some guys, to play around him. But Dickinson is still it's been a stud. If you're watching his game, anytime that we get in trouble, that's who we need to go to, and that's against the Seton Hall game. I think we went away from that. If we would have stayed with going in down into that paint, because nobody's been able to check Dickinson. Dickinson's been getting every shot that he wants. If you watch these games, Michigan playing, it's Dickinson, hands down. Dickinson, he's the one that's going to settle us down when we need to get that shot. And his outside shot has been dropping too, and he could go from either hand. So it's definitely Dickinson.
My thing on for Dixon, I just need him to be on that offensive glass a little bit more and that defensive side. But yeah, man, Dickinson's the big man down low. But I'm telling you, man, as the season go further, y'all gonna be what you're gonna get out of Houston, man. I'm telling you, I can see him easily giving us 30. You know what I'm saying? I can easily see that, But yeah, it's early. They're gonna slam us hard in the rankings because we Michigan. They're gonna slam us hard, but we'll see how it goes, man. But
yeah, we gonna get
most
there, and it's
definitely
not like everybody
make
else
sure,
not losing either.
yeah. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, man. We got some big plans. Man, for that 500 subscribers, what that raffle's gonna be like, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. So make sure y'all share, subscribe, spread the word, yeah.
And also, donate as well. Um, we go as far as long as you guys go. So, we do have, our PayPal. We also have, our Cash App. It is We Three Kings, donate, because we want this to be a big thing. And the more you guys help us, the more we're gonna invest into this show. So definitely donate, but also like Big A say, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell your girls, tell your wives, tell your side chicks, about us, because we also got other things coming along as well. Besides,
I heard it. I heard it might be like some autograph memorabilia. Some throwback jerseys in that next one or something.
Oh,
I don't
most
know,
definitely.
man.
So, we're definitely looking forward to that. Also, while we're, on the subject, we also still, let's drop a shout out to our sponsor, our official sponsor, Culture Detroit. Like I said, they're located on the Fashion Avenue in Livernois, 19327 Livernois. They take care of all your exclusive shoe needs, sneakerheads, man. We got some sneaker. If you're a sneakerhead, man, put a 7 in the comment, man. I'm not sure y'all know what we got going on down there. It's amazing. As far as the deals go, as far as the exclusive shoes that they have down there. Like I said, if you want to go down there, if you looking to buy, sell, trade, you need to meet up with somebody that you want to be in a safe environment. You want to be able to check out what it is that they're trying to sell you, so you won't be getting scammed. That's the place to go. It's a great environment. You can just come in, sit and chill, and chop it up with the fellas. It's just like it's like a barber shop for shoes. It's a place you can go just to chill out and relax. So definitely check them out, man. They are our official sponsor. They are our brothers. Make sure you mention We Three Kings when you get down there too, man, because that's our family. And you mentioned that they're gonna look out for you, man. They're gonna look out for you, and they're very friendly, very helpful. Please, take them out. Like I said, once again, it's 19327 Livernois. It's Culture Detroit. You can follow them on Instagram. They're always on Instagram. You can see a lot of good stuff that they have. Also, website, theculturedetroit.com. But go on their Instagram page. You will see what it's about. We're not making this up, man. They got some. It's some good deals going on. It's some exclusive shoes that people have been coming from different states. We had guys coming from Kentucky. We got guys coming from Illinois. Cali. We got guys coming from Cali, all the way from Cali to come out there because they seen like, okay, they've been trying to get this exclusive sneaker, and it's there at the Culture Detroit location.
Well, great prices, man. And you can go in there and negotiate. You can trade stuff, but I want y'all to understand, like we said, if y'all remember from when we was first just giving away stuff, right? And then we said, hey, get us to this 100 subscribers. Tell us some stuff that y'all wanted. Y'all said Cage. Y'all said Jalen Greens. Y'all said Matthew Staffords, Calvin Johnsons. We brought that to you. Listen, this 500 subscriber raffle, it's going to be nice. And I guarantee you don't want to miss it because it's going to also be, we're going to have a different format on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, and then when we get to 1,000, man, we got some stuff coming, man.
And listen, we're growing this thing. Like I said, and outside of our sports talk, like I said, we still got our hot topics jumping. We actually gonna have one hot topic dropping this week called Streets is a Myth, where me, Big A, and King, we discuss the street life, and you guys want to tune in for that because you comment. And leave us some input. The main thing that we want to build on this thing is that we're looking for you guys' input. So comments on here, comment on our Facebook page, like and subscribe. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever we at, drop us some comments, man. Drop us some information, some things that y'all want us to discuss, some things that we can make into some topics because there's a lot of stuff that we're knowledgeable about and we like to talk about and want to talk with you guys as well. So we definitely looking forward to these upcoming weeks and watching this grow. Because this thing, me, Big A, and King, we feel like this thing could be big. And you guys are our core right now. And we appreciate you guys for, tuning in to our show. Go ahead, Big A.
Another thing I want y'all to understand, like we're putting so much stuff together and we want you guys to be a part of that. We want y'all to know that We Three Kings will be going to the NFL draft next year. So y'all will be getting front row live. And this is just something like y'all gonna be there with us. like I know a lot of people, you see it on TV. We are going and we will be going live. Y'all will see the whole experience and everything.
And
Like we said,
you guys are the reason why we're going. The reason why we want to go is for you guys, man, because we want to experience that because this is first for us, but we also want to share that experience with you guys as well. So this thing is getting big because we want it to be, but we want to share along this and make this a big thing that we're doing. So yeah, definitely look out for us in April because we're going down there to Vegas, baby. I'm trying to be good.
look,
Emphasis on tribe. Yeah.
one thing I always told y'all, when y'all coming in here spending time with us, we gonna reward y'all because we appreciate it and we want to build this community. So, like I say, once we get caught up with making sure everybody got everything that they won, from the raffle, then the previous thing, uh, we we got, like I said, we got other things coming. I know we get a lot of comment on the hats that we wear. We got some of that stuff coming too. We gonna be giving it
Yeah.
away. So we gonna be building. I'm telling you. Once we get to that 500, and then y'all see what we gonna be giving away with that 1,000 subscribers. Oh man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, share, and
Hey,
subscribe.
on 16, man, you got to drop a comment, man. I know you use that Manscaped by now. You got I know it got dropped off to you, so I know you got to give us a thumbs up or a 7. Say, you know what? Say it came in handy. You feel me? I know
That's
your
that
lady like
ball
you.
line, boy.
For sure. So yeah,
We read up on some other cards and stuff like that, and so those surprise drops will be coming. You know what I'm saying? And look at his comment.
that's right. That's right. There you
So
go. That's what I'm
we
talking about, man. We appreciate you. Man.
we like I say, the giveaways are gonna get bigger and bigger, man. As we grow, y'all gonna grow with us, and we gonna put together some events, where we have, we three kings meet and greet. Let's all get together outside of this. We gonna put stuff together where we can all just
For
get
sure,
together,
yeah.
hang, and kick it. So all of that stuff is coming. Just make sure we like and subscribe and just spread the word because when we
For
grow,
sure.
y'all grow.
That's for sure. So Big A, man, it's been a good show, man. I hate that, our brother, wasn't able to make it, but circumstances happen. But
Yeah,
it was a good show, man. So I want to give you a minute, man. Go ahead, and give your final, your final take, man. Go ahead, man. Take it over, brother.
Listen, Michigan gonna beat Ohio State. I'm saying it, y'all been seeing my demeanor all year. Y'all seen me. We gonna beat Ohio State. Uh, Harbaugh, he doing his thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Is everything perfect? No. You know what I'm saying? But I remember what it was like before he got here. Before that, we know what it was like. But yeah, Michigan, we coming out with the dub on that. Lions, I want y'all to draft Aiden Hudson. you know. Uh, but yeah, man, I just appreciate everybody that come in here and kick it with us. I appreciate everybody, getting the word out, following us on all social media, and just really, kicking it with us. But like I said, we want this thing to grow, and as we grow, y'all grow. You know what I'm saying? We started this thing from nothing, and look where we at now, and we just want to continue to go in that way, and we're gonna continue to uh, give away stuff. Nobody has had to pay for anything except maybe a shipping, but we giving away things that 20 years down the line, you're gonna be like, dang, I literally got this from We Three Kings. You know what I'm
God
saying?
bless and yes. Yeah.
So that's all I got, big brother.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this on up. But I like to say, like I said, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm in stealth mode with this Michigan Ohio State thing. My lips from this point is sealed in anticipation of what's going to come up this upcoming week. I'm praying for the best, hoping for the best for go blue all day. As far as the Lions goes, hey, that's the growing pains. We already know what's expected of that. We're just gonna hope that we can get some production out of them. That's really all you can ask for. And for the Pistons, man, I'm going to keep saying it. Let's be patient. Let's calm down. Let's not be too hasty. It's looking like it's going to work itself out, but it's going to take development of the young players, and honestly, it's particularly one that I think everyone's really wanting to get the production on, but it's coming. But we're going to see. Look forward to watching this game. Tonight that's on right now with the Pistons. Once again, we do have a hot topic coming up this week. Be on the lookout for that. We're going to make sure that we keep you guys posted. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we're going to put it out there so you guys be notified. YouTube is going to drop on there as well, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys inbox us, man, DM us, man, give us some information. Say what up, though. Give us some, things that you think we could work on, what we can do better, because we want to get better as this thing goes on, and we can only get as better as you guys think we can. So we appreciate you guys, for coming out once again. Once again, we're going to shout out to our other king, King, of course, in his absence. And, like I said, once again, we thank you fellas for coming out, spending your time with us. Go ahead, get back to your families, man.
Y'all leave, we out. And hold on. Leave Corey Joseph alone, Chuck Brewer.
Leave Corey Joseph alone. I'm about to have a shirt for that too. Leave Corey Joseph alone.
Right.
And we out, fellas.
All right, fellas.